Okay, so while I was away, Channel 5 dropped a new video. I'm sure it's a banger. It's first time seeing it, so I'll be reacting to it live right here and now. NRA conference. Of course, this is in the wake of all the shootings. There was the one big shooting, and then many others after it. So I don't know if he was planning to go to the NRA conference, or if he was like, okay, the NRA is gonna be peak content right now, so we gotta go now. NRA is gonna make a lot of good content either way, I figure, but especially now, it's very, very topical. So if he was planning to do this for more than a few weeks, then he got, I don't want to say lucky, but well, it's really gonna be something. Let's see. With our ARs.
See, with our ARs, we're citizens. Without them, we'll be slaves. They're not assault weapons.
Okay.
They're sporting weapons. It's necessary to protect my family.
They're not assault weapons. They're sporting weapons. But wait, hold on. Protecting your family is not a sport, though, is it? You're not protecting your family from deer, are you? Or 30 to 50 feral hogs. They're designed to kill people. I mean, assault rifles, yeah, they're meant to kill people. I'm sorry. Like, you can, if you own one, you just gotta own it. You gotta own the fact that you own like a killing machine. I mean, you know, you don't you shouldn't try to squirm your way out of that.
From tyrannical government.
Why do you think there are some?
Also, the thing about like, oh, we need weapons to protect us from the tyrannical government. These people are the tyrannical government. The tyrannical government already exists, and it serves to protect these people already. So, yeah, I don't know what they're worried about. If anything, they will use their weapons to do a fascist revolution of their own, right? Maybe that's what they mean.
So many mass shootings.
Because that's what's on the agenda for the left. They want to take guns away from law-abiding citizens.
Abbott and Cruz supporters.
For the left.
You better not. You better not take my guns. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Beto O'Rourke is a very anti-gun guy. He's so anti-gun to the point of like being a little cringe. I mean, he harassed the governor of Texas at the press conference, but I mean, at least he's taken on the gun lobby and everything. Yeah, and of course these guys hate him.
They want
Also, why do you think there are so many mass shootings? Because it's on the agenda for the left. So what? Like, what does that mean? Like, the media is just talking about it now because they want to take away your guns. The media, this has kind of like Alex Jones vibes, where it's like, oh, there are false flag attacks they are to make it seem like there's a lot of mass shootings to create an excuse, right, to take away the guns. Of course, that's not what's happening. And Alex Jones is being sued by like the families for like being harassed and spreading lies about like, oh, their children didn't really die, etc. So, okay, Abbott and Cruz, not our children. Yeah, seeing a Ted Cruz supporter in the wild, like unironic Ted Cruz supporter, is crazy. But because like, who unironically likes Ted Cruz? Like, even if you're a Republican, how can you like him? He's so like such a weird person, so unlikable. And he's such a pussy too. Like, he's Cancun Cruz. People say he's a leftist snowflakes. Well, Ted Cruz ran away from snowflakes.
take guns away from law-abiding citizens.
Protesters pushed up against barricades,
NRA
keeping them
kills
away
kids.
from the NRA meeting site.
Oh, wow.
It's tense. The pain of a national tragedy does not...
Tell 21 families he had a right to buy that gun. Yeah, you are responsible. Guns are are the leading cause of death in children. Oh no. Yet. Um, yeah, I mean, this is going to be happening, like, right after all these shootings, and, like, yeah.
Bridge divides here.
Protect
When
kids.
was the shooter a member of the NRA? I want you to tell me. You can't, because it never happened, and it never will. You're an...
Wait, it never happens? What never happens? The shooter was not a member of the NRA? I mean, so what? That's like, yeah, a lot of these shooters, like, are not, like, members of the NRA. I mean, maybe some of them are, but, like, most of them are just, like, lonely guys who are, like, joker pilled and, like, probably don't have any friends. They're suicidal, and that's why they, like, go on shooting sprees, because they expect to die.
idiot.
I believe you have the right to own a firearm.
Yeah.
But I do not believe...
Anti-fascist protester. Okay, cool. I like this guy. He's got the drip. He's got the necklaces. Okay.
You should be 18 years old to be able to have an AR. When you use an AR, you're going to kill people. You don't go hunting for deer with an AR.
When the founding fathers like defined freedom, they didn't think that ARs were going to be part of it.
Or black people.
Yeah.
Or people of color.
People of color.
Or women, or poor people for that matter. Yeah, I would imagine the average person, just average working class Joe back in 1770s probably could not just buy a musket. I mean, maybe they could, but it would be pretty expensive. Anyway, yeah, the right to keep and bear arms was like for muskets, and like, yeah, even, yeah.
About freedom. They want to talk about how we shouldn't ban guns because that's hurting our freedom. How about abortion? We're forcing women to have kids.
I see you have an Antifa flag right here. How would you describe yourself politically?
Yeah, so that's another thing, like, abortion and guns are like two sides of the same coin, because it's like, in both cases, if you try to regulate like acquiring this thing, then you will inevitably create a black market, which will be even worse. For like abortions, it's like getting black market abortions is like really dangerous. It's very painful. It carries the possibility of like injury or even death. And like on the gun side, it's like a black market for guns is really scary, because it's like then you have all of these bunch of guns. You have a huge demand for guns, of course, so they're going to be made one way or another, and it's like a black market for guns means that it will be a lot easier to like get a gun that's like off the market, yeah, and it would be easier to conceal the fact that you have a gun. It would be harder to like keep track of like who does and doesn't have a gun. I know like these NRA dudes would be totally for like secretly having a gun, but yeah, that's scary.
I'd say I'm a socialist. So I believe in taxing the church, taxing the rich, abolish the police. Police are supposed to...
Yeah, true. Yeah, tax the churches. Churches are tax exempt because this nation was built to protect Christian conservative people, and funny thing is, if you're a political organization, you are very much taxed, but churches are the only organization that are allowed to be political and don't face those kinds of taxes. So yeah, that's kind of an issue. And these churches, they need to be taxed. They have way too much money. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen these mega churches, these fucking arenas, yeah, they're like giant stadiums practically, with a stage. It's like Madison Square Garden, more than an actual church, and it's a total grift. All these like Copelands, I know of that guy because he's the creepy guy who did the laugh. There's a bunch of them though. Yeah, they're all just like squeezing all the money they can out of their supporters. It's pretty messed up. They need to be taxed, and honestly, they can be taxed and still be rich. That's the thing about taxing rich people. Is like they're not even going to be taxed into poverty, or not even into like upper middle class. They'll still be rich. They'll just have slightly less money than they did before. Will that be so bad?
To protect us in schools, right? But church taxing the rich, abolish the police. Police are supposed to protect us in schools, right? But in Uvalde, they didn't. When I get old,
yeah. Well, I think abolishing the police is not going to look good on optically to most Americans. The police definitely need reform, and I think that's something that a lot, like most Americans can agree on, especially like seeing the cops just like standing outside with assault rifles, just while this guy is just like shooting kids in the school. It's like, you have assault rifles. What the fuck are you using it for? You're just holding it. You're not. It's literally the only real reason you have an assault rifle is to shoot at someone else with a gun. But like, you're not even using it for that. Then what is it for? It's just a toy. It's just a prop. It's like pathetic. It's like they carry it around so they can feel like a big strong man. It's like a symbol of masculinity more than an actual tool to be used. Of course, they probably have no problem using it on on the protesters, if it came to that. But
old enough, 21, I'm gonna own a firearm because I don't trust police to solve my cases.
Marx said in his Communist Manifesto that we should arm the proletariat. Just arm the proletariat to ensure they're able to defend themselves.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's good to see some pro-gun leftists out in the crowd. Yeah, the solution to the NRA is not just getting rid of all guns. You know, especially in America, like, the gun problem is so expansive now. We have more guns than people in America right now, and it's like, we're not going to get rid of the guns anytime soon, and we have enough ammo to last for like decades at the very least. Okay, so like, as long as there are going to be guns, it makes sense to have a gun of your own, especially if you live in an area where, like, in a suburban or especially rural area where the police are not going to be able to come help you really quickly. And even if you do live in like an urban area, like, sometimes the police might not be trustworthy enough for you to actually protect them. Maybe the police will be the threat in that scenario. Who knows? But yeah, especially after all this shit that's happened, makes sense you'd want to own a firearm. Especially, consider this. If there is some kind of civil conflict in America, do you want like these NRA like crazy dudes to be the only ones with guns? Like, if these guys are the ones with guns and these guys do not have guns, like, things will end like pretty quickly and pretty horribly. So yeah, other people have been saying this, so I mean, it's a pretty logical conclusion, I'd say. So
just arm the proletariat to ensure that they're able to defend themselves.
Well, my sign asks a pretty obvious question that I think everybody should be asking. This is the right time to have a celebration.
Yeah. Is it me, or is this a bad time for a gun convention soaked in blood? Yeah. At least like delay it a little bit. You know, there's gonna be hella protests right now. Like, especially, has it only been a week since the Uvalde shooting, or has it been 2 weeks? Either way, there's been a bunch of other shootings too. Of course, that was the big one. But yeah, can't you just like delay it by like a few weeks at least? Like, oh wow, look at this cowboy hat with the American flag. A black and white American flag is a very ominous sign. It's like the thin blue line flag. It just looks evil, you know?
Of guns right on the heels of more than a dozen kids and teachers getting murdered a few days ago in Uvalde. This is ridiculous that we're the only country that has to deal with this. And that's what today is all about, is voicing our righteous outrage at our elected officials and the people at the NRA who decided to celebrate guns with blood on their hands today.
This time at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas.
We've just learned the death toll is up to 19 children and 2 school employees gunned down during the last week of school.
The shooter legally purchased 2 AR variant long guns within a week of his 18th birthday.
Oh no.
Dude up there is tossing magazines out to the crowd. Give me one.
Magazines of bullets. 30 rounds of ammo. Wow, that's yeah, this is creepy. This is so creepy. Like, okay, it's one thing to like be pro-gun. Like, okay, these guys are pro-gun. They've said like, yeah, people should own firearms to protect themselves. That's reasonable. This is not reasonable. Like, throwing bullets out like it's fucking like confetti, or like it's a free T-shirt or something. Yeah, that's really weird. And like, it's a fucking like RPG. What the fuck are you going to use an RPG for? You fucking LARPer, dude. Like, what are you gonna blow up abandoned cars in the forest or something with that? Like, it's literally just a toy. It's a dangerous toy.
We're here. We're in Houston. We're at the
Houston,
NRA
of course.
convention.
Oh no, Trump is Rambo. That's the funniest thing. So yeah, Trump. These dudes love to.
We're at the NRA convention.
These dudes love to like portray Trump as this ultra masculine like alpha male, but like he's not. he's just a fat fucking like blob. He has no muscles. Do you remember like Trump's theory about like working out and like how humans have like a finite amount of energy in their bodies, and like by working out you deplete that energy? That's like why he's such a fucking fat ass loser who has no athletic ability. It's like people like Trump, they got just like such crazy ideas in their head. It's because they have like very little real world experience, because they're like pampered little rich kids who never grew up because they never had to grow up, right? And so like it's like a very American thing. Like, it doesn't matter what Americans believe, because like it does whatever they can just believe whatever they want, and it won't affect their lives in any meaningful way, especially if you're like a rich like son of a billionaire like this guy. Anyway,
I think the mayor asked this not to happen. The governor pulled out, but it's still going down.
Wait, the mayor?
I think the mayor asked this not to happen. The governor pulled out, but
the governor pulled out? Does that mean the governor's not like participating in it? But yeah, it's nice to see like some government officials are like acknowledging at least the fact that yeah, this is not a good time. This is not a good look, Sweaty. I think the mayor of Houston, isn't Houston like a relatively like liberal city in Texas? Because like most cities are pretty liberal. But yeah.
It's still going down.
Oh, and they're bringing their babies here. Oh,
Shooting an RPG is the ultimate Vegas hooker experience.
Vegas hooker experience? Okay.
It seems like a great idea at the time.
It seems like a good idea, but then like once you actually have it in your hands, you're like, is this actually a good idea? Like,
it's really, really expensive, and it's over way too fast. An RPG is
it's over way too fast. Yeah, and it's dangerous. And you might catch something.
Rocket-propelled grenade. So anything that launches that, they either call an RPG for short or a rocket launcher. Within the past couple of months, Airtronic did sell off about 30 of our older models through Gunbroker. So there's a lot of these in civilian hands now, and people are enjoying them.
Enjoying them, yeah. They're what do you think they're using? They're blowing up abandoned cars. They're blowing up whatever. Just they're literally toys. They're just expensive toys. Like, what are you gonna use an RPG for? Like, it's nice to know that like these dumbass like fucking chuds are just wasting their money. They're dropping thousands of dollars on these giant expensive toys, maybe tens of thousands, definitely if you include all the accessories. I wonder how much one RPG, one like grenade costs. Maybe we'll look it up. Boom.
Remember.
Wait, was he just... Did he just shoot it into like the side of a mountain? The side of a hill? Was he even shooting at anything? Do they just want to see the explosion? Okay, if you're going to use RPG, because I imagine one projectile like costs at least like I don't know, $100. you at least want to like blow something up with it, right? There's plenty of abandoned cars or whatever.
Remember,
you see it?
American made.
American made. Yeah, like, yeah, you gotta like make a show out of it. And you're not, you shouldn't just like blow up, I don't know, plants or something. Mr. Rifles? Oh, MR, marksman rifles. Mr. Rifles. Rim fire? Hey, that sounds hot. Always picking it up. Oh.
This is a MR 762A1. I don't know anything about guns, so I don't know what the hell this is.
At least I know what marksman rifle means. Is this a marksman rifle?
762A1.
Wait, it's got the nice scope. Oh, this rim fire. This is like a SMG. I did play Call of Duty.
About guns, so I don't know.
Yeah, this looks. These got the scopes. They've got the long barrels.
What the hell this is? I'm pretty sure this is a gun. This is a gun.
That you got him there. That sure is a gun. And I like how you got the cords so they can't be stolen. It looks like that could be cut pretty easily. Maybe that'll set off an alarm or something. But
I'm a big NRA proponent. I'm a life member. The timing,
I'm sure,
sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. This doesn't have anything to. There's no connection between this.
It is what it is.
Uvalde. There just isn't.
What do you think that we can
Nice
do
zoom in.
to stop mass shootings like that?
Okay, at least this guy acknowledges that it's not a great time, but he acknowledges like, okay, it is an issue. Like the timing is poor. At least he acknowledges that like the shootings are bad, because the other guy was like, oh, the shootings are happening because it's on the agenda of the left. Nice hat, we the people.
I think it goes back to the basic family. I'm 66 years old. When I was in high school, we used to take our shotguns to high school to show our coaches if we got a new shotgun.
What? Okay, that's creepy. Like, I don't know about that. Did that actually happen? I mean, maybe, but like, you shouldn't be bringing guns to school, even if school shootings aren't a thing.
Then we'd go bird hunting after school. There was never a school shooting when I was in high school. What's different from then to now? What's changed?
What do you think changed?
It's the family. Look how many single fathers, look how many single parent families there are. Just go to Chicago.
Oh no, they're going to make this into a family thing issue, aren't they? They're going to make this like into like traditional family values thing. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I mean, yeah, having a good family is nice, but there's so many other factors at play. There's a whole mental health crisis. There's a whole issue with our society, like creating lonely, broken, like angry young men that have like nothing to do and nothing to live for, nothing to look forward to. They're fucking like mentally ill, suicidal. And like, I don't know if a family would help. I mean, having a supportive family would help with that, but it's like, there's just so much more to it than, I mean, the Uvalde shooter did have family issues, but like, what are you supposed to do about that? Like, what is your policy about, what policy would fix that? Like, are you going to mandate, like, if you have a child, you must be married? Like, what are you going to do?
Look at the amount of crime in Chicago. I mean, they have 40, 50 gun shootings a weekend.
I guess.
Oh, Chicago. Okay, so yeah, he's making it a race thing too. Yeah, because who has a large rate of a single parent households? It's black people. Yeah, and that's what he's not saying. It's like, oh, it's the fatherless children, which means, yeah, black people. And then Chicago, yeah, that's a kind of a dog whistle, because there's a lot of gang violence in Chicago, a lot of black gangs, a lot of crime. And yeah, I mean there's crime everywhere, but yeah.
The difference would be that, like, in Chicago, a lot of that violence is gang related. We're talking about kind of lone wolf shooters walking into an elementary school with an AR-15.
It's troubled kids. I'm not a big gamer, but I mean...
A gamer? Oh, yeah. He's making a gamer issue. Hey, gamers truly are the most oppressed minority. You're blaming gaming for, like, the shootings? No, gaming is an outlet. If anything, it reduces the amount of school shootings, so they can do a little simulation just to take the edge off instead of actually going out and killing people, they can just pretend kill people, you know?
I've seen a lot of the video games, and there's a lot of them that are just shoot 'em up, blow 'em up, you know. It
Shoot
doesn't
'em
look
up.
real.
Yeah. So how do you think we can rebuild the American family?
That's got to be done at the street level. Single parents are
Street
running
level.
30-40% of the households. It takes two people to raise a kid.
Why does anybody need to have?
I've heard that it takes a village to raise a kid. It takes a community to raise a kid. And nice zoom in again on the glasses. It's like a mirror vision of Andrew. Yeah, that's a saying, right? It takes a village to raise a child. It takes way more than like two people, a man and a husband and wife, cause it's like, especially if you're like living in suburbia or someplace where it's like, especially if your parents are like not comfortably wealthy and they gotta work a lot of jobs. It's pretty common for the man and the woman in the house to be working jobs now, because even when they do that, it's really hard to make ends meet. So anyway, it takes a village to raise a child, because like the man and the woman can only provide so much, and that's one of the problems. It's like our communities are so broken. Our communities are like so like isolated. Individuals are isolated. They have no support structure. Everyone is just like left on their own, and they're lonely, and they're left to fester in their own dark thoughts when they have them. It's like, and it's and of course COVID has exacerbated this. It's interesting that he says like it takes a man and a woman to raise a child. It's true, but it takes much more than that. That's the point.
An AR-15.
Guns have been around here since the beginning of America. So
Yeah,
But back in the
okay.
day, it was like muskets and
it
stuff.
doesn't matter.
It kind of does. It kind of does matter. The difference between a musket and an AR is pretty substantial.
No, nowhere in the Constitution does say.
What do you think
You
about like
gotta
increased
stop
background
this.
checks?
I think
You can't do the interview in front of the
background checks is adequate now.
What do you think could have been done to prevent?
Oh, are they like not letting them doing the interview right in front of the thing? That's interesting. NRA terrorists.
And what happened in Uvalde a few days ago?
We could have banned assault weapons 20 years ago.
The murder at Uvalde, Texas will tell everyone that we need to have gun under control. We don't take guns away from people, but we have to have a proper background checks. That is the only way we can avoid these kind of murders of children. You cannot say, well, we hide police or these are mental people. Abbott, he said that there's a mental problems with the United States.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of
Proper
there's lots of mental
We don't
issues
take guns away from people, but we have to have a proper background checks. That is the only
So yeah, a lot of gun owners are like not going to commit any crimes with their guns. A lot of them are just like hobbyists, or they're just using it for like self-defense or whatever. But like yeah, the background checks are just common sense. Like even a lot of gun owners support them, because it's like just makes sense. Because the Uvalde shooter bought the assault rifles like just days before he did the shooting, so like just right after he turned 18, right? So yeah, it would be good to like check like, oh, this person wants to buy a gun. Can we like check like to see if he might use it to like do any crimes? That's just common sense. Common sense idea. And like waiting periods too. It's like, okay, you want to buy a gun? You can buy a gun, sure, but you're gonna have to wait like at least a few days before you can actually receive it, because it might be a spur of the moment thing. It might be like it might take a few days for them to like calm down a little bit before they go and commit some horrible crime. and maybe in that waiting period time they can like it can be possible for someone to intervene and help them and like maybe save their own life.
Only way we can avoid these kind of murders of children. You cannot say, well, we hire police or these are mental people. Abbott, he said that there's a mental problems with the United States.
Anybody who shoots somebody else has a mental health challenge.
What about the rest of the world? Do they have mental problems?
Wait, anybody who shoots somebody else has a mental health challenge? Was he clipped out of context there? Because, I mean, there are a lot of cases in which, you know, you can shoot someone. A perfectly mentally healthy person can shoot someone. That's an odd thing to say. I don't know if he was clipped there. But that's another thing. Like, Republicans say, oh, it's not a gun issue. It's a mental health issue. Well, what are you going to do about the mental health issue? No, Republicans are anti-mental health as well. They want people to suffer. They want mental health to be worse, actually. So, that's another case. They're making the problem worse. They're like, oh, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Well, people use guns to kill people. But like, you don't want to talk about either side of that, do you?
Problems too? No, they don't. Right? So that's why we are here.
It's better that the government knows that people do have ARs. Governments have killed 260 million people in the 20th century. You know, Stalin, Mao, whatever. People say, oh, that'll never happen here. We all live in a bubble. We are the most privileged country on earth. From the homeless guys here to fucking Bill Gates.
To you, I mean, you're like the image of privilege right here. Like, what are you, like a white dude with like really very chubby? I mean, the issue you care about is like, I don't know, it's this theoretical like tyrannical government that like might, I don't know, what are you afraid the government's going to do exactly? Like, if anything, the government is going to kill people on behalf of you, right? On behalf of like conservative white men, right? If anything, you know, it's minorities who have to worry. It's like racial minorities, like women being afraid of like, who have to worry about like their rights being taken away. It's gender, sexual minorities who, with all this rhetoric about like gay, trans, non-binary people being groomers and like grooming children. They really have to worry about like government is cracking down on them right now. Maybe not like violently with the state. I mean, not in most cases anyway. But yeah, like these people right here. These are not the people who have to worry about the government being tyrannical. They are the tyrannical government that other people have to be worried about.
Crap, where's I going with this? What was I gonna say? Okay, governments, this, that.
Oh,
okay.
another zoom in. Great.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that caught him.
Wait, you're the guy who caught...
Oh, this is the guy? Oh my god. Okay. That's great. This is a surprise. So yeah, this guy has a questionable past as well. I heard about this when I was hearing about like the EDP, the EDP scenario. Apparently, like he's had some racist stuff in the past, which is not surprising that this guy is racist.
I'm the guy that caught him.
Wait, you're the guy.
But apparently, I don't know if he was just trying to have a conversation with EDP or something, but he said some stuff about young girls. He was like, yeah, it's not such a big deal just to be sexually attracted to a minor, like if they're 16, 17. That's what he said, okay, or something like that. Yeah, kind of weird.
Guy who caught EDP.
Yeah.
So how do you think that we can prevent mass shootings like the one that occurred a couple days ago?
The reality is, there's Salvador Ramos is out there. The reality is, there's Peyton, whatever the hell his name was, Adam Lanzas, yada yada. People will be uncomfortable if there's teachers armed in schools.
We need more guns around the schools. We protect our president with guns. We protect our congressmen with guns. We protect our governors with guns. Our celebrities, sporting events, jewelry stores, banks, and then we protect our children with a sign that says, "This is a gun-free zone."
I see that you have Rosa Parks.
Well, it's different. I mean, having officers with guns just walking around the school halls, that would... Yeah, this is, I mean, that would be bad, I would think. I mean, you would have police around the schools, maybe, but
Here, can you?
But yeah, having guns in schools is risky because it's like, what if a gun gets stolen? What if a gun gets lost? What if a child takes a gun from one of the school resource officers, as they're called, right? Again, this is a very like
sign that says this is against.
Again, this is a very like a simple, very simpleton way of thinking. It's like yeah, a lot of schools do have like police officers around them anyway, but still it doesn't like stop the shooting. I mean, there were plenty of cops with assault rifles at Uvalde, but they just stood around and not really doing anything.
I see that you have Rosa Parks here. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I met Rosa Parks. She's anti-abortion. She's a good friend to MLK. He's anti-abortion.
Wait, wasn't? Maybe they were anti-abortion because like abortion was killing black babies, but you know, that was back in the day. Okay, I don't want to get into that.
Was anti-abortion, so case closed.
I see that you have
case closed.
Mike
yeah.
Lindell My Pillows attached to your belt
My
loops on either
Pillows.
side.
Yeah,
Classic.
Mike's a friend of mine. I've only met him once in person, but he knows.
Okay, that's kind of weird. Just having the boxes of pillow boxes. Is that even a thing? I guess it is. Just having them strung up around your waist. Yeah, that's virtue signaling if I've ever seen
What
it.
I've been doing for him.
He sounds like a good friend.
Yeah, he's a good friend, and
Good friends. Oh,
and this is a little bit more firm.
Oh, it's firm.
They're the best pillows I've ever had.
Which one do you prefer?
Best pillows.
I prefer the softer one, the medium fill. The standard's a little tough on my neck.
Did you enjoy his pillows prior to
Okay.
his endorsement of Donald Trump?
Well, they've been around for a long time. I couldn't afford them. He cut the price in half now. Here's a
You couldn't
tip.
afford the pillows? Wait, how expensive are these pillows? Are these pillows also like a fucking scam? A fucking Republican sphere just being advertised to and being like exploited?
Don't order them through the mail, because they come wrapped up with no box. Go
Oh.
to Walmart, get them in a box. The box is going to be worth more than the pillow.
Why?
Wait,
Because
it is?
it's classic. I'm getting ready to go over
Oh,
to
it's
the...
a classic. It's a classic box. Yeah, you can't get a better box than this, I'm sure. Yeah, this is yeah, consumerism if I've ever seen it.
communists
Oh.
that are packing guns.
Do you think it's smart to engage with them?
I screamed profanity at them and it made them angry. They can't tolerate freedom of speech, but they expect me
Oh yeah, it's your freedom of speech to scream profanity at people. Yeah, that's what freedom of speech means to guys like this, I'm sure.
to tolerate them threatening me.
What is your favorite piece of
Wait, hold on.
profanity?
But they expect me to tolerate them threatening me.
Oh, but literally, what is screaming profanity if not threatening? Do you think screaming like slurs at people is like not threatening behavior? Like, okay, it'd be one thing if this guy was just an asshole, but like he's also a pussy. Okay, don't dish it out if you can't take it. Okay, like this guy probably like starts fights right with people, and then he gets all fucking scared when they start talking back, right?
What is your favorite piece of profanity to hurl at an Antifa BLM soldier?
Antifa BLM soldier, salute.
Butcher bitches. Fat baby butcher bitches.
Fat baby butcher bitch.
Well,
Whatever.
you're gonna go do it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do it again right
All right,
now.
well, I'll see you over there.
Fat
Don't let those
baby.
Antifa communist bastards take your pillows away.
That guy we saw earlier, the Antifa dude, he was in good shape. It looked like, right?
Godspeed, soldier. You're doing the right thing.
Of course, it
I
doesn't
had
matter.
150 of them screaming in my...
Even the other guys are looking at this guy like he's kind of crazy. That's funny. This is yeah, this is an extra crazy guy.
face on the 14th of this month.
Oh.
I met Rosa Parks. I don't give a fuck.
Uh-oh, they got the guys together. Okay, let's go.
Oh shit! You don't even look at you, dumbass, and you're crazy.
You dumbass.
You fucking fascist piece of shit.
Uh-oh. Oh, he got the sign. Oh. Whoa. Oh. What's happening? Oh. Okay, he's taking the sign. Oh, the police are running. Okay, they got the sign. Where's the guy with the sign? Oh, he dropped the box. Drop the box. Someone better take the box. That will be. Oh, he's got Mike Lindell, the most comfortable
Do you think
pillow.
there's any type of common ground that could be reached?
Well, I'd like to know what happened. Did the guy run away with the sign? Did he get away? Did he get away from the police? I hope so.
There's a little gap. I think they could change some of the requirements to own an AR. You know, back in the old days, we didn't have the same type of weapons. So they could change the law to make it 21.
Do you think
it's a somewhat reasonable person, perhaps?
kids should have been able to buy an AR?
Oh, you don't know? Wow, that's interesting. He's got a gun on his waist.
Somebody worked on the kid's brain. They worked on that one in Buffalo also.
Somebody.
He drove 300 miles to shoot black people at a store. He probably could have drove a few miles within the city he was already in. I guess.
Yeah, somebody worked on his brain. Somebody sure worked on his brain. Yeah, maybe it's the people talking about the Great Replacement theory that worked on his brain and telling him that black people are ruining this country, etc., etc.
The main difference is like the dude in Buffalo was motivated by like racial hatred, whereas it seems like the guy.
It seems like the Uvalde guy was just crazy dude, Joker pilled.
I hate it because the guy was white.
I think he had the N-word written on the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're just calling him racist because he's white. Sure. Nah. There was more to it than just him being white.
Gun, and he published like a big manifesto talking about.
Abortions, you motherfuckers had. Well, that's what they're telling us.
That's nice. This dude just like screaming. Are they screaming across the road? Yeah. Can you find a better place to scream? We're doing an interview right here, dude.
Fuck you! I don't know the facts that I hadn't
Fuck
seen.
you.
We are done with your bullshit. Why would this kid put a manifesto together anyway?
Chuck, shoot.
Well, I mean, you gotta read the manifesto to find out, right? I mean, it's because he's racist, that's why.
Uber didn't want us to pass laws to protect schools. He doesn't want cops in schools. He doesn't want to harm the target. He wants your kids to be killed.
Wait. Okay, so this is the issue again with cops in schools. They don't like reduce the amounts of like school shootings. I mean, possibly theoretic. I don't know if it's happened, but like maybe if the school shooter is already like in the building, already shooting people, it's maybe they could stop the rampage before he kills more people. And it usually is a he. It almost always is a he. Always maybe. But like the shooter, if someone is doing this, like they've already accepted their death. They're already like suicidal, okay? So they're not going to be deterred by police officers. Like if they're already going to a school with a gun with the intent to kill, like you've already lost. Like so. Yeah, John Oliver did a segment on this about, they're not deterred by, like, metal detectors or, anything.
That's why the Democrats advocate for murdering children in the womb. They don't care about life. The NRA has a fucking thing to do with it. You idiot.
Okay, this is the image of entitlement right here. This dumbass white boy, who knows if this kid's even, like, 18 yet. Like, this is the shit you're angry about. Like you don't have this kid doesn't have anything to care about, so he chooses to care about like NRA or like guns or abortion or whatever, because it's like the only thing he's got going for him, right? I mean, this kid's not going to have his gun rights taken away from him anytime. This is in Texas. Yeah. Are you serious?
When did the NRA kill somebody? You're an idiot.
I know who you are. Dude, what the heck?
What the heck? Oh, okay. Oh, he's a fan. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure this guy's got plenty to say.
Cool. So how do you feel about what's going on right now with them over there?
I don't not like them. They're human beings. I love everybody. Okay.
Okay, you're literally screaming at them, calling them idiots. So it seems like you don't like them.
They have souls.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Confused. The problem isn't the guns. The problem is a people problem. Okay. Ever since 1970.
I think it can be gun problem and a people problem. That's probably what it is.
We legalized abortion. I think that was a real downfall in American society because we've murdered millions of children. Why is it okay to murder children in the womb, but not okay to murder kids in school?
Because, well, neither are okay. I mean, but killing children is never okay. But, you know, fetus is not a children. A fetus is not alive. You can't kill something that's not alive, but that's another story.
No, I know this isn't your usual thing. You usually just let people talk. But I want to listen to what you think.
Well, I'm curious if you think there's any common ground that could be found between...
See, that's a very complicated thing to talk about, and I think there is room for that, okay? I think we can have mental health evaluations, and I think, what was it, Dad?
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's another common sense thing, you know, background checks, maybe.
Statistics, like, for the adult population.
It's about 25%. The adult population in America suffer from some form of mental illness.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that seems right. I'm surprised it's not more, to be honest. I mean, yeah, we do have a mental health issue in the country, and, I mean, you gotta do something about it. You can't just say that to divert away from the gun issue.
I think people in general should be evaluated and should have help. Whenever you go into a gun store, you have to fill out a paperwork called a 4473 and say, hey, they're going to run a background check. This 4473, this document, it's a document to look at your background, okay? It's not going to know the heart of man. We need to better keep up with the health of our people. Because we're suffering people, okay? We have more access to hardcore porn on the internet, whittling down the psyche of humans.
Okay, so this guy's an anti-porn dude. Yeah, I bet this guy does no fap. That's why he's got, like, so much, like, angry energy just flowing out of him. He's got it. If he jerked off just, like, a little bit, it's like once a week or something, that could, like, let out so much of this, like, hatred and, like, vile energy. Like, it'll just get him to calm down, you know? I mean, maybe not hardcore porn, but just, like, a little, this is, like, you know, something to look at, something to calm him down, because, like...
And literally making us just sick people. You can't legislate morality, and you can't tell what you are really going to do. At the end of the day, we live in a free society, and we have these rights and privileges, and that's what happens. You know, they don't have school shootings in China, because you can't own firearms in China.
Do you know that the most popular porn category in America right now is incest?
I had no idea, no.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Is that true, the most common category? Oh, this guy's shaking his head. Yeah, he doesn't like me.
Why? Why is that the case?
Why? Yeah, that's
Tonight, leggings, shapewear, and handbags came down the runway. But this is no ordinary fashion show.
Oh, is it a handbag that's designed to carry a gun? Oh, concealed carry shorts. Oh, I see.
Discreetly designed, so no one can...
Oh, okay. Concealed carry underwear, too. They got a gun strap on your underwear? Okay. Yeah, that's,
Tell that you have a weapon.
The concealed carry fashion show targets what the NRA calls its fastest growing demographic, women.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I think I saw was it the John Oliver segment on the NRA? Yeah, they got a little special gun pouch on their bag. Ooh, fashion show. Slay queen. Oh, yeah. And is this the best model they can get? Is this someone they just pulled out of the crowd or something? Because, like, this, I mean, this is probably your average female conservative, right? 50 years old and, like, 100 pounds overweight. Yeah, show it off. Yep. Average conservative, female. What is that? A knife? A gun. Ooh, they got a non-white guy. Interesting. Good for them. Very fast. Oh no. Why are they bringing their kids here? This kid can't even fucking walk, and you're bringing him into, like, a gun show? That's really... Talk about grooming kids. This is, like, actual grooming of children. You're grooming them to, like, be gun psychos. But, like, oh, if a kid comes out as gay, then, like, they've been groomed into being gay? Yeah, okay. He's crying. The kid doesn't want to fucking be here. You dragged this kid, like... You put a Johnny Cash shirt on your fucking kid and you dragged him to a gun show, like, fucking psycho. Look at this dude. The kid doesn't have a gun on him, does he? Why is the kid on the runway? Oh, the parent has a gun. Okay. What is this? What is it? Is this the strap? Yeah, why does the dad have like his kid with him just like on the runway? That's kind of weird. Also, like, what if your gun accidentally goes off as you're like leaning down to like pick up your kid and it hits the kid? I mean, would you be so pro-gun then? What was that? Oh. Sad. Our hearts are with you. Jesus our Lord. Did they go to the school? Balloons. Oh, it's so empty. It's at night. Were they allowed to...
Alright, we just arrived in Uvalde, Texas.
Oh no, this is gonna get heavy.
Which, as most people know, is the site of the most recent mass shooting that took place around a week ago, where 19 students and 2 teachers were killed at Robb Elementary School. This is the Wendy's where the shooter worked. Apparently he used to work the graveyard shift at the drive-through window.
Oh, the graveyard shift. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely a mental health exacerbator right there.
Until about 2.5 weeks ago, he quit abruptly once he had saved up about $4,000, which
enough to buy a gun.
Was enough to buy
2 guns,
assault rifles, ammunition, and a bulletproof vest. This is the store where the school shooter picked up the guns and ammunition they used in the shooting. He actually ordered the guns online, but this was like a transfer store where they shipped it here and then he picked it up.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how you can buy guns online and just have it shipped to you. I guess you have to pick it up at a store, but like still, it's like you gotta have some kind of... It makes sense to have some like in-person evaluation before you purchase it,
This is where the shooter drove his pickup truck through a guardrail.
Oh shit!
Crashed out, like right here. Got out of the car.
Oh yeah, apparently he shot his mom before going to shoot up the school. That's really fucked up. Yeah.
Went over to the funeral home here, shot at a few people, but then didn't hit anybody.
Oh, just shot at.
Walked over into this building, and that was the site of all this.
Wait, the funeral home was right next to the elementary school? Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so he wasn't... Was he, like, aiming for the elementary school, or was he just looking for people to kill? Probably just, yeah, bloodthirsty psycho.
You go to sleep seeing their faces.
Wow.
You wake up
That's
seeing their faces.
A lot of stuff.
What can we tell them? We don't want to scare them.
Lunch lady.
And the other poor little innocents that didn't make it. You know, their parents were going crazy looking for them.
Oh no.
I'm sure they're in a lot of pain.
And my husband was here getting the mail when he heard gunshots, but he's having a hard time because he just wished he could have done something to prevent it.
Sure, yeah.
Our community will never be the same.
Si decimos que no hemos pecado, le hacemos a él mentiroso y su palabra no está en nosotros. Amen.
No está en nosotros.
She loved Guns N' Roses. She loved that song, Sweet Child of Mine.
She's a beautiful girl.
Doo-doo, sweet child of mine.
That was her favorite song. She loved Guns N' Roses. And
Oh no.
she would
Yikes.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
she would dance around her room singing Sweet Child of Mine.
I love this country and I'm so grateful for everything it's given me and all the opportunities that I recognize I wouldn't have if I was somewhere else. That's not lost on me. And at the same time, this should encourage us to want to be better.
Born in the USA. Hey, nice ass shot right there. Cool.
Think AR should be banned?
Fuck yes. There's absolutely no reason for that.
Mind you, I have a pistol, but I don't think that a semi-automatic weapon is necessary in our country. I just don't see the need. I don't see the purpose. I think in this case, I know the bodies of the children were shredded as a result of that. What do we need that for? I don't understand it.
They say that like having those high capacity assault rifles are the final line of defense against a tyrannical government.
Oh, please. I think we're already facing a tyrannical government when we have things like this happen. Well, there's no excuse for this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what they say. They're wrong.
Unless it happens to one of their own, then they're not going to do anything.
One of their own. Because this is mostly like Latino kids who this happened to, right? Is that what he means? Or like, does he mean rich people? Because like...
And Ted Cruz,
or Republicans.
He's a sorry person for a position that he holds. I'm sorry, but it is, that's the truth.
I'm sorry for the people he represents. That's, I guess I'm sorry for him too, because he's a loser and whatever.
Well, we're not supposed to say anything? If he can say what he wants, I can say what I want.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just rushed in. That's their job. What, almost an hour before they decided to do anything? No, that's...
It's messed up.
That's
Yeah, but if the kids of the police officers were in there, they would have rushed in. But no, they wasn't worth their time. It wasn't worth the risk for them to save a bunch of brown kids.
Heard of. It really is.
Breaking news in the investigation to the school shooting tonight. Texas DPS is telling us that Uvalde CISD police chief has not been cooperating with investigators. On Friday, DPS Director Steve McGraw said the school district police chief was the incident commander at Robb Elementary School who made the call to wait to take down the gunman.
If they had, they would probably save several of those lives.
Could have.
Ridiculous.
This is fucking bullshit. Like, this is preventable, and...
What are they handing out? Chips?
This is absolutely unacceptable.
Oh, are they trying to like desperately salvage some of their public image by giving out snacks in front of the school? Jeez. Yeah. That's all they can do. They can hand out small bags of chips, but they can't actually do their jobs. Okay.
About how great this country is. This is unacceptable.
Unfortunately, like so many things, in a couple more months it'll blow over like this never happened, you know?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think this is going to blow over anytime soon.
Then
Maybe.
The audacity of
The audacity.
the people that went to the NRA convention in Houston, for them to say that they don't need to make any changes?
Yeah, no, any
What's wrong with
changes
them?
after this? Oh, and that's the end. Well, yeah. That's heavy. It got heavy at the end. Dark Age, Quantum TV. Oh no, yeah, I heard about that.
For them to say that they don't need to make...
Yeah, I guess they found a few reasonable people at the NRA convention, but yeah, it was all fucking freaks. It's because it's not happening to their kids, you know? It's because they're not the victims of gun violence. Or, they want to be the victims so they can actually use their guns for once. But, yeah. Well, I think I've said everything I have to say about this, so...
I don't think this is going to blow over anytime
Yeah.
soon.
I guess this is a nice place to end this, right? With the memorial of all the kids. Yeah. That's, I mean, it's pretty heavy. Some heavy shit. Oh, most replayed. Was it the...
What do you think
Oh,
that
gosh.
we could, as most people know?
They were replaying the kid. Oh, and then... Yeah, that cut was brutal. It's like a few seconds of darkness and then this. Yeah, look at these fucking... This does make me pretty fucking mad, though. Like, they have this... They're parading around their fucking kids, like, doing a fucking fashion show for, like, concealed carry weapons. And then you have this image of, like, the school and all the victims. Yeah. Yeah, these people don't care. It's just a game to them. It's just just a fun like fashion accessory, like a fashion show to them. They don't care about the people who are being killed or victims of gun violence, the families. Yeah. Let's see. This like little baby chud was a piece of shit, but at least he
because
said.
You can't own firearms in China.
Do you know that the most popular porn category in America right now?
Yeah, the
is incest.
I had no idea. No.
Isn't that insane?
Why?
That is weird. Yeah. Oh, apparently, someone had a theory where it's like having sex with your stepdaughter or your stepsister. It's like a relationship that doesn't require any work, you know, because like you're already related to this person. You don't have to actually like form a relationship with them. So it's like it goes back to this like the issue of like being hyper individualist in America. Like people are so like isolated from each other. They don't have any like supportive relationships, and it's like the only meaningful relationships people have with each other is like familial relationships, and if they don't have that supportive family structure, a person has nothing, right? That's what the dude was talking about earlier with the issue with like families. Yeah, was it this guy? The family guy? Yeah, Peter Griffin over here. Yeah, this is like boomer Peter Griffin. So yeah. It's another deeply American issue is yeah. And like it's like so hard to form relationships nowadays. In America especially, I think it might be like a global thing because it's like has to do with the internet consuming everyone's time, and like the social media replacing actual socialization, like traditional, I guess, socialization. But like it's like basically impossible to just like go, for a lot of people it is practically impossible to just go out and meet some new people and make some new friends, you know, make some kind of meaningful relationship. So it's a fantasy for a lot of people to have like a daughter, because a daughter or a stepdaughter or a stepsister, because that like is hot and will have sex with them because it's like the only meaningful relationship some people have. Oh yeah, and there's the EDP guy. Can we
that people do have ARs. Governments have killed 260 million people in the 20th century. You know, stop.
Oh yeah, classic libertarian line right here. It's governments that kill people, not like ideologies or, you know, violence or like hateful ideas spreading and motivating people to do violence. Is governments. Yeah, governments kill more people than any organization because it's like governments is like the concentrations of power. Government like can be used for either good or bad. I mean, the reason like there aren't any like anarchist genocides is because like anarchists don't have the power to like do genocide on that mass scale, because it's like they don't have the state apparatus to get that power to do that. Of course, like libertarians would totally support a fascist dictatorship because like, yeah, this dude would not mind living under like a fascist like white nationalist dictatorship here in America.
Stalin, Mao, whatever. People say, oh, that'll never happen here. We all live in a bubble. We are the most privileged country on earth. From the homeless guys here to fucking Bill Gates.
Oh, the homeless people are privileged? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I bet this guy thinks they're privileged because they get unemployment checks while they're like living on the street and like enduring hardships that this fucking doughboy cannot even comprehend. They cannot even fucking imagine. Like, homeless people have to go through so much shit. They go through like freezing cold in the winter to like blistering heat in the summer. They have to endure all of that hunger. They have to go to sleep hungry. They wake up hungry. Like, if, sometimes they have to go, like, a whole day without barely eating anything. And, yeah, they're privileged because they live in America, the land of opportunity. Sure.
Oh crap, where's I going with this? What was I gonna say? Okay, governments, this, that. Okay, you know who EDP
Nice
is?
zoom in.
I'm the guy that caught him.
Wait, you're the guy who caught EDP?
Yeah, maybe I'll go over the EDP, but that was a while ago. But like this guy, yeah, you know, like the anti-pedophile, like the pedo hunter dudes are like also low-key pedos themselves. It's a self-report. It's a big self-report because like apparently all these guys hang out on 4chan, right? Which surprise, surprise, is where like a lot of pedo materials are distributed. So yeah, it's kind of two sides of the same coin there.
Yeah. So how do you think that we can prevent
Let's
mass
see.
shootings like the one that occurred
What
a couple
do
days
we-
ago?
The reality is, there's Salvador Ramos is out there. The reality is, there's.
Oh, and then there's this guy. How could I forget?
Parks. I don't give a fuck.
Don't give
you
up.
don't know shit.
You don't know
Look
shit.
at you, dumbass, and your crowd is stupidity.
You fucking inbred fuck.
You dumbass, and your crowd is stupidity.
Inbred. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this dude was inbred.
Piece of shit.
Fascist. Oh. Okay, this dude just took his sign and walked away. No, that's not how you do it. You don't think he's gonna do it anything after you take his big ass sign he probably spent like an hour making. No, you yank it and then bolt it, dude. That's how you do it. You just like tackled him. Oh, now he's running. Okay, there you go. He's got the American flag flowing behind him. Oh, there it goes. No, my pillow. The box that's more valuable than the pillow itself. How can you leave the box, dude? Look at this beautiful. It's got this face. Inventor and CEO. Sad.
Do you think there's any
Yeah, I hope someone took his box too.
type of common ground that could be reached?
Yeah, there's a little.
Do you think
I like this Antifa dude. Look at him. He's hot, isn't he?
there's any type of common ground that could
Wait,
be reached?
where is he?
Yeah, there's a little gap. I think they could change.
They want to talk hunting for deer.
Yeah, this dude's like a fucking average anti-fascist versus average versus average pro-fascist. Okay, well I think that's a good place to end it. Yeah, I think I've said everything. Well, I should say. Yeah. And then this part's just kind of sad. Yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, and peace.